A satisfying, long-wearing and professional result is easy to achieve with amber slate. And it's very easy for you to achieve. Doing it yourself is not only satisfying and easy on the checkbook, it's simply a matter of counting from 1 to 5. Planning. Preparation. Laying. Grouting. Sealing. It's easy when you know how, and this video shows you how. As with any job, good planning helps to give a great result. So, measure the area you wish to treat with amber slate and take the measurements with you when you place your order. Speak with your amber consultant about suitable varieties of slate. How much will be needed? Which adhesive to use? For most timber or concrete surfaces, a 2-part adhesive is favoured. And what other tools and materials will be necessary? Some of these you will already have. Most are supplied by Amber, or we can assist you. In most cases, the surface area will not require any special attention. However, lacquered timber will need to be roughened to allow it to fully accept the slate adhesive. And concrete should be primed. A slightly uneven surface will be no problem. But if the floor has a major slope or requires reinforcing, you probably need to speak to a builder. Again, Amber will advise you. Any significant amount of slate will indicate natural variations in tone and slight differences in size. So, after unpacking, grade the slate according to colour so that there is a blend and flow. At the same time, to ensure an even surface, sort the slate into about 4 or 5 groups according to thickness. When the slate has been sorted and graded, wash off any excess dirt with a sponge or brush. Make sure the area is ready and set a string line as a guide. Mix some adhesive. Not too much at a time. Just enough for 3 to 4 square meters. Follow the mixing instructions on the adhesive. However, the consistency should be about the same as toothpaste. Using a mixing trowel, spread the adhesive over the surface area. And with a 12mm notched trowel, achieve the desired bed depth. And when laying slate, adhesive is put also onto each piece. This is to absolutely ensure there are no air pockets. The side of the slate to receive the adhesive depends on the type you've purchased. With the sawn edge variety, either side is okay. However, the chipped edge type is laid face down only. Applying the adhesive is quite simple. Hold the slate at an angle of 45 degrees and with the notched trowel, butter the adhesive over the base. Follow the natural contours of the slate and ensure that the adhesive makes contact with the entire surface. The best way to lay the prepared slate is to hold it directly above its location and drop it in. Any excess adhesive on the slate should be wiped off immediately. In the same method, lay the rest of the slate, working out from the edges. Allow a gap of about 8 to 10 millimeters between each piece. Any slate that need to be cut should be done last. To determine the line where the slate must be cut, place it in position and mark it with a carpenter's pencil in line with the slate already laid. Working outdoors, or in a well-ventilated indoor location, the slate is then cut using an angle grinder or circular saw, fitted with a masonry or diamond blade. For narrow widths of slate, or corners, you may also be able to use any extra broken pieces that have come with your order. When all the slate has been laid, wait at least 24 hours for the adhesive to fully set. before grouting. First, clean the slate. Use a mop or sponge and an appropriate slate cleaner. Follow the instructions on the pack. Allow to dry. Grouting should always be done in daylight to give the best possible vision of the surface. Mix the grout as directed to a fairly liquid consistency. Working on a small area of slate at a time, spread the grout over the gaps and press into the joints with a grout applicator available from amber. After the joints have been filled, sponge off as much as possible of the excess grout with fresh water. There is a recommended method to this. Go in one direction, making sure that any excess grout is removed from the gaps. Turn the sponge over, repeat the action, and wash the sponge. Check that there are no bubbles in any of the gaps. Clean off any remaining grout smears from the surface of the slate. Allow a further 24 hours for the grout to fully dry. Sweep or vacuum off any loose dust. And then clean the slate a second time. Your amber slate will reach its beautiful and wear-resistant best after it has been sealed. And, like laying and grouting, this is also a very simple procedure. Wait at least 2 weeks for the grout to be totally free of moisture. Sweep or vacuum the surface again. Use the correct sealer. Your amber consultant will advise you. Ensure adequate ventilation. Apply one coat using a new brush. When this is touch dry, put down a second coat. To achieve a high gloss finish, a third coat is recommended, or 2 coats with a premium gloss sealer. And your home has now been transformed with amber slate. For further information, speak with your amber consultant at Amber Penrith and Blacktown, or visit our page on the World Wide Web.